Hey everyone, today I want to take a moment to talk about my own personal journey. Forgive me now, I don't even know how long this video is going to run. I don't know what part of my story I'm going to share with you and what parts I might leave out. Because there is so much to my story, as I am sure there is so much to yours. So, let's get this started. Where do I even begin? I was born, and you're like, oh no, she's starting from birth. Hold on, I'm gonna skip. I was born this deep, emotional, spiritual person. For as long as I can remember, down to my itty bitty little childhood years, I thought of things on some deeper level, some other spiritual realm. I believed in things that I never heard anyone else talking about. And throughout my life, I've always been this person. I've never not been spiritual. I've never been one of those people that, runs wild, goes crazy, forgets about the spiritual side of themselves and then comes back into it. That's just not been me. I've always been who I am right here, right now. And then again, I haven't. You see, each day of our lives, we are growing, we are learning, we are developing, and we are becoming who we were born to be. Somewhere down the line, we forget what our purpose was. We were born knowing. We had a beautiful idea. We had this beautiful life planned out. Somewhere along the line of living and surviving, we fall off track. We forget. And then we get to the process of remembering. Remembering who we are. Remembering what we're here for. Remembering what is inside of us already. There is so much that's already inside of us. We are just barely tapping into that. But with this incredible shift that is going on in the world, in the universe, more and more of it is going to come into knowing. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey from just this past year. Let's forget about all the other 42 years of my life and just focus on this last 12 months. Sorry. This last 12 months, wow. 12 months ago, I was in a place that I never thought, I never hoped to find myself. I had been completely torn down, broken into a million pieces. My life shattered completely in front of my eyes. And I had thought that I was doing so good. I was trying to be the most perfect example of a person that there ever could be, so that some good karma could come my way, so that life wouldn't be so hard. And it became harder. And I didn't know from one day to the next if I could handle another day. There were many nights when I went to sleep hoping that I just would not wake up, because I did not know if I could go through one more moment of this pain that I was in. But here we are a year later, and I survived. Sorry. A year later, and I look at myself, and I look at all the things I've been through in this past 12 months and all the ways that I have grown. And I amaze myself. I never thought that I could grow this much more, because I thought that I was at such a place that, how much further could I go? Oh, I could go a lot further. And I have. And there's a long way to go still. The important part is I'm getting there. And that's the whole thing. We're getting there. Baby steps, one little step at a time. I can see myself now when something that isn't good for me starts coming into my life, starts creeping its way in. I see it clearly now as it comes in, and I'm like, no way. You? Out. Take a hike. Out. No. And that's another thing. Being able to stand up for myself and see what's good for me and what's not, and being able to say, no. Nope, I do not accept this. This is not the direction I want to go in, and I'm strong enough to say, no thank you. No thank you. That, believe it or not, is huge for me. I've always been so worried about hurting other people's feelings that I would endure as much pain as needed to make sure that they were happy and they were okay. But at my own cost. I sacrificed myself. For what? See, the right people and the right things that are in your life don't cause pain. They just don't. I'm not saying there's not going to be some hard days or some bad days. There will be. There will be challenges. But those things that are truly meant to be in your life and the things that are good for you, it doesn't hurt. Though it may be a challenge, it doesn't cause you that deep pain. There's a difference, and you need to realize the difference between a life obstacle and challenge versus something that causes you deep pain. Being able to recognize those things in my life as they're trying to crawl their way in, and then the ability to stand up for myself and my own well-being, to say, no way, Jose, get your ass out. Huge. Huge. I have always thought that I love myself. I'm happy with myself. I'm a good person. There's not anything that I do that hurts another, not on purpose. You know, things happen. We make mistakes. But the intent is never to hurt another soul. But this year I've learned that I really didn't love myself as much as I thought. I wasn't as kind to myself as I thought I was being. I've learned to be even more kind, more loving. I've always believed that I was able to let go of stuff fairly easy. But I realized I was holding on to so much pain from a lifetime of hurt. And this year I have learned to let that shit go for good. The memory's still there. The lessons must remain so that we don't repeat those mistakes. But as far as the pain, I don't need it anymore. It does not serve any reason to be in my life. I have let it go. I love myself enough to let that shit go. This has been a journey beyond journeys for me. And that's the thing, 12 months ago, I fell to pieces completely. I was scattered into a million pieces so that I could rebuild. And I've spent the whole past year rebuilding block by block. And this time when I was rebuilding myself once again, I was being far more careful with the blocks that I put in. Far more careful. A lot more choosy. Very picky. I have goals and dreams and beliefs that Life is just going to continue to get better. When I find myself stuck on my path, it's not for long. It's not but for a moment, a tiny little moment. I don't beat myself up for staying there. I don't beat myself up for even finding myself there. I'm like, okay, you're human. So you fell down. I get back up, start marching forward again and again and again. Doesn't matter how many times I fall. It only matters how many times I get myself back up. I've had a lot of terrible stuff happen in my life. A lot of damage has been done. This year has been all about the repair. And finding those places inside of me that, even though I've been always such a spiritual person, I didn't see them. I didn't know they were there. Some of those things I released and let go, and some of those things I dug them out and dusted them off and polished them up so they could shine. And boy, do they shine. It's been a journey, and it continues to be one. I don't close my mind and myself off to the possibilities. I don't allow myself to get stuck in one way of thinking. I am always open to the changes that need to be made within me and on the outside of me. There are many, many changes. There are many that have already been made. There are many to come, and I'm ready. For the first time in my life, I am truly ready for these changes. Back in the day, I used to dread it. I would see it coming. I'd do everything I could to avoid it. I know some of you are like, you know that feeling. But we know we can't avoid change, especially when it's something that's needed. If I could just tell you, if I could just let you reach out and touch my hand to see the changes that have happened inside me in this past 12 months, you would be amazed. You'd be in awe. I feel better emotionally and spiritually than I've ever felt in my entire life, and I cannot describe to you. I cannot describe to you how amazing that feels. The tears are not of a sadness whatsoever. It's from a really long, hard journey that has revealed to me the true beauty that already lives there, right there inside of me. And what's the most amazing is I'm not done yet. There's a whole lot more to come. So on your journey in this life, hold on, keep moving forward. Don't allow yourself to fall down and not get back up. You have to get back up. You are worth it. And you will not regret it. You'll regret sitting there and not moving forward. You will regret all the chances you didn't take. You certainly won't regret continuing this path, discovering yourself, the hidden treasures that lay within, and the love that you are built on. Have a great day, everyone. Remember to stay positive. Help as many other people as you can. And remember that Spirit loves you.